Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the United States of a Movie Podcast. We're the movie podcast that makes every Monday a fun day as we get together and we talk movies, but we have a point. Here at the United States of a Movie, we are the podcast trying to find one movie to define each state in these United States, and this week, we stop at the biggest state of them all. No, we don't. It's Rhode Island. It's teeny, it's tiny, but there's quite a few movies made in Rhode Island, and 95% of them are made by the Farrelly brothers, but we managed to, this time around, not pick Osmosis Jones or anything else, though, and I do believe it was Ryan that said this, I think everyone would have preferred to have watched Osmosis Jones again instead of the two movies that we chose.
I would have preferred to have been hit by a truck. My God.
It was a bad one.
We picked the most Farrelly Brothers adjacent movie. It's like someone watched a Farrelly Brothers film and tried to remake it from memory. and
the fifth or sixth movie in
Who cares?
Yes.
This is what happens when I don't pick a movie. I let you guys just run wild, and this is what happens.
Yeah, enough with that you guys shit. This is all Will's fault. Before we get to that, Will Hirsch, as always, sitting in the middle of his very own video store in LA. Welcome back to the show.
I would say it's great to be here, but
it's not.
It's really not. And you know what? I'm going to say, sure, I'll take some of the blame, but Rhode Island, you're in timeout. Like, you guys need to take a break, go find a filmmaker, make a movie in your state. This is unacceptable 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
Like, you're on notice, Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with it. And as always, I'm completely guiltless. This week, apparently, Ryan Sandler, welcome back to the show. Bud.
It's great to be back in Holiday, Rhode Island. I was going to try and sing it, but I didn't want to ruin Ollie's week more than we already have.
Dude.
Yeah, we got some. This is after like back-to-back solid weeks of movies. You know, we had to check ourselves and remind everybody that not all movies are good.
Yeah, well, we didn't check ourselves and we wrecked ourselves. Fortunately, they were both tight 90s. The weird thing is, okay. Well, look, let's like ease into it. We'll pick one. Introduce it. We'll see where we end up. But like this week was just so weird.
Okay, well, I have the least to say about Safe Men, so let's start there because the other film, I can at least go on some sort of rant.
Did you say film? Did you use the word film?
I think you mean feature-length video.
Yeah.
True.
And I think I'm just being generous with that comment as well.
Yeah, you had mentioned when you picked this movie that it was like a straight to VOD type of release, and I don't think I've ever felt that more than watching this movie. That just
the great thing is I don't know which movie you're talking about. Which one are you talking about?
I'm talking about Safe Men.
This is what I mean.
Shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's talk Safe Men. All right, so Safe Men, we picked it because on paper sounds good.
Yeah.
It's a movie
It's a movie from 1990. Who cares?
98,
yeah,
right?
98, like, but it feels like a 2004 movie.
It feels
such a 2000s movie.
Yeah, but it's Sam Rockwell. Nice. Love the guy. Steve Zahn. Cool. Love the guy. Paul Giamatti. Okay. This is interesting. Oh, it's a crime comedy. All right.
Mark Ruffalo? Sure.
Yes, Mark Ruffalo. And it's like written and directed by John Hamburg. And you're like, wait, I know that name. Yeah, and like he wrote Meet the Parents, Zoolander, Meet the Fockers, wrote and directed Along Came Polly, wrote, directed and produced I Love You Man. You know, like he's
good comedies, yeah.
He's done some stuff that I've watched and it's made money and it's funny and we're like, okay, cool. Not cool, guys. Not cool.
Yeah, I think I wrote it. I was like, this just felt like I hate shitting on movies, but this just felt like
shit all over it, man.
It just
this
felt
is one
like
of those ones.
A nothing burger of a movie. Like I kept waiting for something to happen. I think the way the film was structured felt a little uneven and it was just off, and it just was not a fun watch for me at all.
You know, like I can tell you what the movie is about. Like listeners, people at home, like, you know, I can tell you.
I love the idea of like the story of it.
Right, but Like, okay, so here you go. Okay, basically, two shit musicians get accidentally identified as the most famous safecrackers in Providence, Rhode Island, and they get put out on a job. Sounds like a great setup for moments of comedy, right? You'd be fucking wrong. Because that's the setup, and then there's no payoff. There's no payoff.
Right.
They didn't do anything with it, even though things happen in the movie. Like, I know what Ryan's saying about the structure of the movie is we just move from moment to moment where you're like, I mean, you've got great actors doing things,
Much
but
like much like Sam Rockwell and Steve Zahn like fumbling their way into pretending to be these safe men.
right.
Every plot point is like fumbled throughout the entirety of this film.
Yeah,
Just
nothing lands at all. It's all
Never
like,
once did I laugh.
yeah,
no.
there's no funny moments, and you keep waiting for like stakes to be raised. Like they keep threatening, like, "Oh, I'll kill you if you don't do this," but I'm not gonna kill you.
Nah,
They
And
he
I'm not
just
gonna.
instantly deflated, and you're
What's
like, well,
the
okay,
gangster's name is like fat some big fat whoever the fuck. He
Yeah.
tasks them with like he's like, all right, here's the job. I need you to crack 3 safes, right? And
Yep.
yeah.
they consistently fuck up each one, and it's just all right.
He does
like,
nothing,
no.
and then he does nothing, and then they do it, and he's like, okay, do another one. But then, like, that you know what? It's exactly like, Will, you nailed it. Is that at no point did you feel like there was any danger for these guys?
No.
At
No.
no point were you invested in whatever that supposed love triangle thing that happens with Sam Rockwell and the Hulk and random blonde girl.
Yeah.
We have maybe a slightest bit of maybe conflict when they have to go and steal the Stanley Cup
Sure.
from the most entertaining character from Independence
The
Day.
1994 New York Rangers Stanley Cup.
Right. It's
God,
Is
it's
there a
bad.
story to that? Did that get stolen or something like that? Is that a
I
famous thing? Let's see.
I mean, I wish there would have been a cutaway to seeing the goalie in the toilet and then someone steals it from under the stall or how whatever
That-
the story that
Yeah,
Harvey
exactly. The
Firestein
funny,
tells.
the story, right? But there you go. A better movie would have shot that.
The only
So
time
just
I
the
did
moment.
laugh is when Harvey Firestein is telling the story about how he sold this woman a pair of pants
Yes.
and
Okay,
invites
The
her
fine.
explodey
to
pants.
his house, and yeah, it's just the shot of him standing, giving her the thumbs up, and she just bursts into flames.
Yeah.
Great,
But then
But-
he gives them to Paul Giamatti, and then there's no payoff.
right?
And then actually, the movie just ends.
Yeah,
Fundamentally, the movie
a weird
is
musical number at a bar mitzvah.
It's the movie about a bar mitzvah. Yeah, I mean, like quite a lot of this movie is about the rite of passage of whatever, like you said, when we say the character's name is called Big Fat Whoever the fuck, his name is actually, and his son is called Big
Junior
Fat,
Fat.
what's it, Thingamabob Jr.
Yeah,
And it's his bar mitzvah. There's no stakes about the fact that he's got a crush on that girl that does turn up to his bar mitzvah. There's no stakes about the fact that Paul Giamatti, Veal Chop, is kind of like a surrogate dad to the kid, but isn't.
right.
There's no payoff to the conflict of there being two safe cracking teams. There's no danger to anybody, and then the movie just fucking ends. I was just flummoxed.
I just remembered at this exact moment that the assassin is at the end. Oh my
Peter
God.
Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage.
Dinklage turns up for 90 seconds.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
implication that he was also dating this because
Right.
it's stated that the daughter of this other mafia boss
Fence.
guy, yeah,
Yeah.
she's really into Bad Boys, so she was dating Mark Ruffalo, and then they stopped, and then Sam Rockwell and Steve Zahn like break into their house because that's the first safe, and they have this real meet cute, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it was
You're
just
breaking into my dad's safe.
it's just
Yeah.
yeah, it's so nonchalant and so like it's certainly a choice. And I was like, I get it, but it felt like
it's
very
the wrong choice.
it felt like Napoleon, like the dialogue felt like a Napoleon Dynamite type of thing. It's just
Without
very
being funny.
straightforward. Yeah, it was just.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was intended to be funny, but I was just like bored out
It
of my
felt
mind.
it felt so first drafty. Like it was all like that's how this whole script felt. Is it all felt so much like a first draft that they were like, let's just shoot this and let's just go.
They got, look, as much as like, okay, look, out of three of us in this podcast, right? I've been in a movie. Will's actually made a movie, and Ryan loves movies. But I'm saying is these people
Not anymore.
Yeah, right. But they made a movie. Like we can shit on
Yeah,
it all that we want, but they
that's true.
still made it, and they had an incredible cast, and they put it together and made it. But I'm like with Will, like things like, did
What
they?
went wrong?
No,
Like,
what were you guys doing on set? You've got all of this talent, and
yeah.
like they're. It's like you said, Ryan. They're making choices, but why?
It's crazy that this was a 1998 release,
98. Yeah.
right? That's like I kept having to look to see what year this was made because I was so confused.
Yeah, it's weirdly, yeah, it just, like I said, the tone feels like there was a time period when I worked at Hollywood Video where I feel like I saw a million of these kind of movies
Yeah.
on the new release, like that would be straight to DVD, like new release shelf and be there for a million years. And that was like a 2004 to 2006 kind of era.
Hmm.
That is exactly what this movie looks like. It's exactly what it feels like. But no, it was made in arguably everyone's favorite movie decade,
Mhm.
and it just has
Just
none of that punch.
1 year too early. If this came out in
Yeah.
99, it would have been we'd
Oh,
Would have crushed.
yeah.
we'd be talking about it today. We'd all be wearing veal chop
Yeah.
costumes to Halloween.
Safe Men, Matrix, the Star Wars, all of it.
Exactly.
Arlington
It's like-
Road. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's like, the thing is that was so great about this is that we all had like, we all watched it separately, but we all had like a mind meld
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
criticism for this movie. Like Ryan, I think the one that I like from you is you were like, it's like you took a Farrelly brother that tried to direct a Coen brothers movie, and like
Yeah.
I get exactly what you mean. It's trying
It
to
does
be
feel like
random
that.
like a Coen
Yeah.
brothers movie. It's trying to be funny like a Farrelly brothers movie, and it's not doing either of them
No.
at all. And then like, so I miss, like, as often happens, is that Ryan and Will at some point during the day get into a tennis match of texting. And then I'll come back to the text thread and there's 20,000 text messages that I haven't read, and I go back through it. But it was like Will was watching the movie, I think it was earlier today,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it was like all of your criticisms were just so, like the one that I was like spot on. You were like, Safe Men is like a Disney Channel version of a 90s Tarantino movie.
It's exactly
Bang
right.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like I was like felt the same. I go, oh my god, it's like
Yeah.
it's drinking a La Croix Tarantino flavor.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like if Get Shorty was made by a guy who's only seen Get Shorty. I was like, again,
Yeah.
I was like, because I referenced Get Shorty to myself as well. Ryan's comment, it made me angry too. You were like, Sam Rockwell's Lloyd Christmas haircut made me so irrationally angry.
Guys, there's a
So
scene
angry about it.
there's a scene where he shows up to a barber shop because that's like the daughter
cover
that
for
he's
the
courting.
fence.
So I'm like, oh, cool. Is he gonna get like a cool haircut? Nope. He just goes and she's serving like smoked salmon, whatever, and
Yeah, it's I make hors d'oeuvres for my dad's fence. But
What?
again, it's her having food that time. But you know what I'm thinking about is I was watching a really cool, I think it was like it was Matt Stone and Trey Parker, and they were at like one of the great film schools, and they're doing like a presentation
Oh,
and
yeah.
about writing. And like Trey Parker is like talking about how people write and they go, this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens. And
Right.
then his thing is like, no, it's therefore because it's like, so
yeah.
this whole movie is this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens.
Yeah.
There's almost no therefore this happens. And like it's like the cause and effect of the whole movie, there's none of it there.
yeah, like I said, I mean, I really was trying hard because I did like it's a tough one because I did like the premise of this movie. I think I mean I enjoyed all of the actors in this movie,
Yeah.
but as a whole, it just doesn't, it's just not a fun film to
No.
watch.
Timu Bottle Rocket, that's how you described it. I
Yeah.
had a very similar thought about Bottle
Yeah.
Rocket.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like, I mean, like I said, the most fun thing about this movie was the criticisms that we
The-
gave it.
The whole like I guess the the culminating scene is them stealing the Stanley Cup because the son loves hockey so much. But there's a shot where it's Paul Giamatti and the kid in his bedroom playing whatever computer hockey game.
NHL.
But of like you look at he's wearing like a Boston Bruins shirt. He's got football and soccer and like every conceivable sport on this wall. There's no
Yeah.
indication that this kid likes the Rangers or at all outside of him playing this hockey game. And it's like it's fucking
There was a
ridiculous.
Rangers flag, but
It's like in
I just
Kickboxer when the young Jean-Claude Van Damme's wearing like a Boston Red Sox hat, but a Cubs shirt,
See,
whatever.
now you're
It's like,
speaking my language. Now I'm understanding. No,
Kumate.
that was actually making me laugh because it did remind me of something that happened on Scare Us, where there's a section of the movie where we're in a kid's bedroom, and because of where um, we shot at like an Airbnb house, and I think I can say this all now. I don't know if any of this is under NDA, probably not.
Power through it.
So we shot at this Airbnb where they had decorated one room with sports memorabilia, but all of it was different sports and like different like so it was like, are you a fan of
Curling.
sports?
yeah.
Then like every poster and like pennant flag was up. And we just kind of left it all up. So every time I see this scene, I'm just like, this kid is a fan
Yeah.
of every
He
sport.
just likes
Sports.
sports.
Yeah,
But
and
the
so that's
idea-
what the room reminded me of. I was like, oh, they ran into the same problem we did, huh?
Because at the end, at the bar mitzvah scene, both him and his father are wearing Rangers jerseys, and
Right.
to steal the '94 Rangers Stanley Cup, but to wear a Boston Bruins shirt in that scene was insane to me.
Yeah.
It's only some dumb shit that I would notice though. I'm like, this movie's bullshit. Fuck you.
Well, I don't know if you
Other
noticed.
than that,
but-
perfect movie.
I don't know if you noticed, but Veal Chop was wearing a Power Rangers
He did.
shirt
It did look
at
cool.
one point, and so
So
that's
that's when you came.
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
For an
that's,
adult man to wear that shirt, like what kind
Well,
of
now
piece
hang
of
on.
shit
Whoa,
would
whoa,
do
whoa,
that?
whoa. I mean,
Will
what are you
leans
saying
back
here?
and it's like, signed by the cast.
It would have been funny
I
if it
will-
was like a child's shirt and it's just very tiny. And
Yeah, he's just
like he
bursting
got
out,
it from
yeah.
the kid. I guess I'm assuming he got it from the kid because the kid's a larger. His name's Big
Yeah.
Fat Whoever Junior, obviously.
Yeah. Kids need to be named something like Big Justice or the Rizzler. Calling him Big Fat something, that's mean.
It's
let me tell
big
you.
and little Enos. Why? There's way better ways of doing it. You know, it's
right.
like fuck it, man.
Mhm.
This movie was just it was constantly frustrating me. I mean,
Frustrating,
like
yeah.
for example,
Yeah.
guys, I watched the movie and I refused to rewind and figure out what I had missed. But when the fuck did Steve Zahn figure out, by the way, my dad's a safe cracker and all I have to do is open one book called Safe Men and it now means I can crack safes? We went
Yeah.
from 2 fails to then the third one, and I'm watching a scene and Steve Zahn's like, he looks up at the book and it closes and it says Safe Men and now he can crack safes. What?
Yeah.
What, guys? What?
I kept
happened?
having to think the title of this movie, Safe Men, isn't so much about men cracking safes. It's about men feeling safe among themselves. Like I was
Yeah,
trying
like
to
that
find
was-
like a deeper meaning in it.
Isn't that the last thing Sam Rockwell says, like in his narration at the
Yeah.
end? He's like, "And I finally felt like a safe man, and
Yeah.
I threw a brick through
Yeah.
the TV."
It's
I
the
just
Moses like they weren't Little Women. They were
Yeah.
like little girls.
Yeah.
They weren't safe
It was-
boys. They were safe
They were
men.
Safe
safe
men.
men. Oh, it's so. I mean, Christ, I'd rather watch The Life According to God again
Yeah.
because at least someone got shot. It's just,
Yeah.
it's
Well, that's
so-
the thing. Like, it's so.
they should have had to get away from the gangsters. They should have been some like actual drama or
we-
tension.
Like something.
I love a
literally
movie
something.
where the stakes couldn't be lower, but like maybe
It wasn't even
raise them a
steak.
little
It was
bit.
it was hamburger.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's like the
gristled,
hamburger
yeah.
couldn't be
Yeah.
lower. It was just.
But
You know, we were talking right before we started recording. We were talking about just the joy of movies. You know, like if you listen to this podcast, and there's a few of you, that
both of
do
you, yeah.
listen, but that actually have listened to a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know that we love. There are some of the best movies that we love are the ones that are just like it's the New York Ninjas, or the Hard Ticket to Hawaii's, or the Miami Connections, you know, or the Ghost in the Machine. You know,
Yeah.
these movies that's like, well, you know, they did what they could and they went for it and they swung for the fences. And this one, like you said, Will, right at the beginning about being like a first like draft. They didn't swing for the fences. They bunted, missed the bunt, and just walked anyway. Like they played
it's
the game
almost-
of Rounders, which is like British baseball, but just a little bit gayer.
But that said, at least you can, a testament to the writer director that to go on and to learn from this experience and make
Right.
films. It's not
An
like
actual career, right? Legit.
It is a little like it is one of those things that makes me mad though, is when I see people who have the cast, who have the resources at their disposal, like they have all the ingredients, and then to just kind of sleepwalk through the process like this and just release something that's like, I mean, sure.
It's
That's
90 minutes long.
That's like for
Felt
people
longer,
who really for people who really struggle to make movies, that kind of movie is just really insulting, where it's like, dude, you're not even gonna try. Like, come on.
Let's and let's talk about in just this way. Like last week we had Blue Ruin, okay, a movie with a budget of $500,000, crowd-funded by the internet, and it was a great movie.
Yeah.
And it did pretty, like, it did okay. It made some money, but it helped get this guy started, right? This movie, $1 million budget, it made $45,000. And it's like
that seems too high.
Theatrical release.
yeah, right. But it's also just exactly what I was saying, Will, is that when you watched Blue Ruin, when we watched it, you really felt like they were trying. They were in. They were. Let's do it.
There's a lot of passion.
Let's
It was a
make
passion,
it look great.
passionate project they wanted.
Yeah, but I'm going to say Safe Men Must Be. It's written, directed by the guy. He's in the movie. He acts in it.
He is in the movie with Michael Showalter. Yeah.
Right. I hate to say, you're like, he must have been, and like I said, John, if you are listening or watching, like I said, credit to you. We've seen some very funny movies that you've written and done, but like, I'd love to talk to you about this movie because what the hell?
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell? But I am now going to do a teeny tiny little segue about one of the most cool and special things that's happened here on the podcast. Because yes, we love movies where people take big swings. And one of those movies is Ghost in the Machine. And Will Hirsch tweeted at, blue skied at, because we don't use Twitter because it's full of Nazis.
Right.
He reached out and tagged Rachel Talalay, the director of the movie, who then reached out back about the pod. And I was so happy. Yeah. I re-listened to the episode immediately after that. We were like, we liked it, right?
Like,
and we was
I did have that moment of panic where I'm like, we did mention we like it, right?
We were
I was like,
thank God. I get to the end, I was like, okay, no, we're then going, Rachel Talalay, you were great, and that movie rules.
Yeah, why are we even doing this podcast anymore? Like, we won.
But it was honestly, but that's absolutely what I love about this and what I want from this is the fact that it's like, you get these moments and you see these things, or we find these movies and they get their respect. In this particular case, it's the exact opposite experience.
Yeah. I mean,
we'll tag him on Blue Sky. John, I apologize right now, bro, but you got some wins, but this was a fucking fail.
We talk about this all the time. It's like, no one sets out to make an egregiously bad movie.
Except that Fantastic Four movie that they made so they could hold on to the rights back in the day. You don't know that movie? You don't know this story?
I'll bring it over to your house, Ryan. I have it on DVD.
The Roger Corman one?
It's not even it's based. Is it actually Roger Corman? But it's like that level of right.
No, he produced. It's Roger Corman produced.
So it's basically they made it's almost like a student.
I thought you meant the Josh
level.
Trank fan force. No.
The best one, you mean?
Yeah. It was they made this they needed that.
I remember because for the longest time that movie was like an urban legend. Like it was made and just canned. Yeah. And I think you could only watch it in
if you come over to my place.
Yeah, really. But I mean, back then it was like, fuck, they made a fantastic. This is before I think they made the
Captain America.
The Jessica Alba. No, the Jessica Alba.
Yeah. It was before that one. Yeah.
Yeah, but because it was like 90. I think it was like 94 or something like that.
Oh, I'm talking about the old school Captain America.
Yeah, I know.
Not the Chris Evans one. I mean the one,
the 90s one with Salinger's son.
That's it. Yes, Salinger's son. That's it.
Yeah. But I just remember the urban legend of that Fantastic Four Roger Corman movie, and there was only like a screenshot, and there was never a full release of it, and then someone finally got it on VHS and uploaded like a really shitty quality version of it. And
it's kind of like how I heard. So I didn't watch it. I was kind of interested, haven't seen it, but it's the Japanese anime War of the Rohirrim Lord of the Rings movie that New Line brought out. And Peter Jackson was involved, and apparently, I was kind of interested in it, but I haven't seen it. But apparently, that was just no. We need to put out a Lord of the Rings movie so we can hold on to the rights. It's just a fart that out for Mill.
Well,
And
this
we can
movie,
hold on to that billion-dollar franchise.
Safe Man
Mhm.
wasn't trying to hold on to the rights for anything, but so I'm
No.
saying, like, I don't think
It held on to the wrongs, though.
he didn't set out to make a bad movie. Like, you can appreciate, like, him just making a film that meant something to him. And, whether or not that resonated with us, it just,
Well, you talk about resonating, but I'm saying like it must have been. He must have a lot of personality, a lot of friends, and it must have been a great fucking script to get Sam Rockwell, Steve Zahn, Paul Giamatti,
but
all
at
these
that
guys.
time, they weren't like
Yeah,
the heavy
yes,
hitters there are
yes,
now. But
yes, you're not wrong, but they're all very good actors.
yeah.
They're all
Yeah.
like, you built a great cast. You can't just have people like,
Yeah, now
you
look
can
at
really
they're
fucking
Steve
garbage.
Zahn and Sam Rockwell are both in White Lotus season. So maybe Mike White saw this and he's like, I got it. I got the guys.
I know who to cast. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is definitely like a year, like literally a year before Sam Rockwell started to take off because I think
Right.
the next year was Galaxy Quest.
Yeah.
So
It was Galaxy Quest, and it was the Charlie's Angels movie,
Yeah,
which put
yeah.
Sam Rockwell on my radar.
He does
Yeah.
dance in this movie.
He does, and he's actually a great dancer.
He's great.
I just-
He's like a great
I love
actor. I
Sam
love him
Rockwell,
and
and he-
everything, but he's so
Yeah.
like watered down in this.
yeah.
And the fucking Lloyd Christmas haircut. I'm sorry.
He
that
couldn't
just-
get over it because I
couldn't.
find him like I
Nope.
think he's a quite attractive man, and he was like, I was like, Sam, I'm sorry, you're a 2
Yeah.
in this movie. It's like I don't
Yeah.
know what's going on, but all of your charisma
Yeah.
has gone. It's driving me up
To
the
go
wall.
from like this to something like Hitchhiker's Guide is just it's crazy. to me,
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sam Rockwell is, I
great.
think, one of my absolute favorite. Just
Love
like
him.
whatever he's going to do, something's going to happen in this movie.
I keep saying they need to whatever season of True Detective, it needs to be him and Walton Goggins just going around smoking cigarettes, and
That might be actually $1 billion idea, Ryan.
it's the only ones I have.
That's actually fucking great idea. Like, oh my god! Like just thinking about it, I'm actually really like into that. Okay, that's incredible. I tried to look up some interesting facts about this movie. There aren't any.
The internet just gave you a middle finger.
Dude, it's amazing actually. I got some cool facts. Like many of the actors went on to portray animals.
Yeah. Okay.
So
All right.
Sam Rockwell and Paul Giamatti were rodents in G-Force, and Ernest and
I
Celestine.
mean, I did like Steve Zahn in Saving Silverman, so there's that.
I like
Sam Rockwell.
Steve Zahn in most things, except for the movies we cover on this podcast.
Well,
I've seen
Steve
the-
Zahn, he was in War for the Planet of the Apes as
Yeah.
he was brilliant in that. Actually, I love that.
He
What a
played the
great-
planet.
Right.
Yeah, he played. What was this character's name? He's in the third one. He's the one from. He's the hairless one.
I've only seen the Mark Wahlberg one.
Yeah. Are you serious?
No.
No, thank God.
I think I've maybe seen the James Franco
Have you s-
one.
I've seen-
Whoa. You
I've seen the
haven't-
James
I know you're a
Franco-
fucking ape head. I don't
I've
give a
seen
shit.
I've seen the one after the James Franco. I've seen I think I've
Guys,
seen all the originals.
You should no.
I think.
Pause. Stop. We're pausing the podcast.
I'm not watching the Apes movies. I did not enjoy the Franco one.
Oh, no. The Franco one is the one that is okay. Get through it.
Yeah,
the
the one
next
after
two are
that,
Matt Reeves makes the last one's fucking. It's hey, do you want to watch The Great Escape? But
No.
it's no, you fucking do. It's I'm gonna fight you guys on this.
I
I'm
just
gonna
love
fight you
how
guys, but that
irrationally angry you are. This was my,
No,
my
no,
reaction
I'm
watching Safe Men the whole time.
rationally angry.
I
I
no
was
joke.
like you guys. I avoided this trilogy, but someone was like, no, it's like it got me in. I say it's one of the most it's brilliant modern science fiction trilogy. The first one I find is actually okay. It's
I
pretty
think I
good.
saw it in the theater the first
But
one.
2 and 3, I mean, seriously, are top notch.
Yeah.
Top notch, and that's why I was so excited about him doing the Batman. I was like, oh my god,
That's
Matt Reeves
why?
fucking yes. Watch the movie.
I think okay, I'm not even joking. I honestly cannot tell you if I've seen 2 or 3. I've seen one of them. I don't know which one, and I'm pretty sure I fell asleep during one of them.
I definitely saw the one after James Franco because it's one where
San Francisco, Gary Oldman. It's got
Yeah.
it's got the chick from The Americans.
Which one has the guy from Lawless? The And Terminator, that bad
Yeah,
Terminator
2.
Oh yeah.
Genesis. That's two. Okay, that is two.
The
That
guy
is the
from
one I've seen.
Yeah,
Oppenheimer?
and then three's got
I
Woody
guess
Harrelson.
Oppenheimer's a better pull than Terminator
Uh,
Genesis. And
three is
okay.
Woody Harrelson.
Okay,
Crushing
I
it.
did not see that one.
Oh, it's really good. They
And
are
how many
really
more are
good.
they making?
Well, they did make another one that I haven't seen,
I
but no,
just like I think
the
the
trilogy one,
whole
it's really good. And honestly, Will, as someone that loves like the
race
original,
wars.
Oh, I don't love the originals. No,
What
I've
I mean,
seen
but
all of them.
it connects. It's a prequel trilogy to the all of those movies. That's what I
I
love
don't
so
see
much.
how
How
that's
is that a
possible.
selling point?
Well, yeah, if you watch it, you'll find. If you watch it,
No,
you'll find out.
because
Is it the
okay,
end from
I don't.
Spaceballs?
Well, the fourth of the original movies has Ricardo Montalban in it, and he's looking after the
It's a
ape.
prequel.
He's looking after Caesar, who's like an adult. So there's no way it ties into the
Okay, well,
original.
it's a prequel to the first movie. How about that? It's a
Okay.
trilogy that ends up going into the first movie.
Should I go? Like,
No. I'm just like seriously, guys.
I
I'm fighting that corner. That seriously, that trilogy.
I know you love those movies.
It's good. No, I didn't expect to. I went in going, "Well, this is going to be shit," and they're really good. They're really good.
It's the
And
fourth
also,
one
just
on a
what?
fucking submarine. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the fourth one is on a submarine. Actually, no, it's not. But I will not.
Ape Submarine.
I almost sent it to you guys that there's some new Chris Hemsworth, someone else cast opposite, but it's a new submarine movie, and it
Oh
has,
yeah.
it's got it's almost like a pun name as well. That I
You
mean,
five,
It's like
seven,
it's like
two?
called Subversive or something.
subversive or subversion. I
Yeah,
know exactly.
yeah.
I just
my
immediately
God,
rock hard. I'm like,
Hold on,
side
Gerard
me-
Butler's calling me right now.
Ah.
Is
Oh
that
yeah,
who
I
it
think
is?
I know the title you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. I think it is Subversive. I could be totally
Yeah,
wrong.
no, I think you're bang
But
on
it-
because I was just reading an article about it like 2
I mean,
hours
we
ago.
are due for like a newer sub movie, right? Like,
Agreed.
yeah, like if they're doing
for
like
sure.
like big Top
Actually,
Gun
I'm-
Maverick F1 Hunt for Red
No,
October Legacy.
I'm guys. I'm dead serious. I think I actually read this as well. Is that there was rumor of a Crimson Tide sequel with Denzel. My nipples are hard. right
I
now.
just watched this. I just watched Adam's or not Adam. Sorry, I just watched Ryan's soul leave his body.
Yeah, dude.
Like-
It's a Lego sequel submarine movie with Denzel. I'm
What's
like
it called? Crimsoner Tide? Like,
Tides.
too many dollar signs in there.
I mean,
It's
Gene
gonna star.
Hackman's not coming back. I know that.
I was gonna
much.
say a deep fake Gene Hackman comes
Ooh,
back to
boy.
possess the submarine.
He's like the Force ghost in the.
Yes. Never mind. I might be in. I'm totally down.
They just go Sequest DSV style. I'm like, I
Ooh.
love that show too. Basically, Safe Men was shit, as you can tell.
Oh, yeah, I forgot what we were talking about.
I
We
knew what
spent
you were
10
doing. I didn't want to bring it back, but
Yeah.
But,
no.
like,
Let's talk about the
seriously.
Apes movies for 20 more minutes.
Yeah, let's do that shit because seriously,
I'm
no,
actually
like,
having more fun talking about the Apes movies. Yeah.
we love to recommend movies. We love to bring movies that you maybe never heard of, and in this case,
Yeah.
we did, but don't pretend you never heard about it.
It's honestly, I'm still flummoxed that this came out in 1998 because it is such a 2004 movie. It makes
Yeah.
no sense.
Yeah.
Hey
It's.
now, you're an all-star. It should have had that kind of like playing in the credits.
I feel like that
Couldn't
was
tell you.
playing in this.
There was a
movie,
musical
like-
number, but no, it wasn't like.
Uh,
But I will
it's
say,
a-
like because I'm assuming the director is Jewish, but they nailed the fucking bar mitzvah scene. That's exactly
actually,
what it's right.
I was gonna
That's-
ask, did you have the
that's-
platform and come out of like?
I was
smoke
sadly
and-
wasn't bar mitzvah, but I've been to many
Ah.
bar mitzvahs, like or maybe not really around that time period, but that's exactly what it was fucking like. They're all themed after whatever was going on at the time, so all like the tchotchkes and shit all over the walls, and like that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, I did actually want to get into this. I was like, okay, the one thing I do want to ask Ryan about is like, all right, man,
It's a
let's
very
talk about
Jewish movie.
mitzvahs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very Kai Jewish.
That's what this movie needed, a kaiju. Yeah. Stomping through, but that's the one thing I said, like you can tell how passionate he was about like Jewish culture in this film.
Yeah, well, very
nailed
much
it.
so. Like, and it's yeah, the whole training the guy that he's doing his reading from the Torah part of the I guess that he has. What's the thing he was holding?
So
Help me
I don't
out
know.
here.
I
What's
don't know
the
enough
big
about it.
golden filled like like he's hugging it and he says some shit and everyone was like, "Yay, you're a man
No.
now!"
In
And then they
Hebrew,
cut
we
his
just
dick off.
in Hebrew we call it the Stanley Cup.
Oh, now it all makes sense.
It was honestly, yeah, that was the one thing that I was like, okay, cool.
Like
I
there
felt like I
are
learned something.
there are like very, and we can move on, but there are like very few moments in this where I did kind of like I enjoyed like the two like when they go to steal the Stanley Cup and it's the girl's dad. The fence is safe, which is in wherever, and then the other two safecrackers show up, and then they have this like moment together, and they try and high five each other, but their hands keep hitting the thing. Like
Yeah,
there's
that was the closest thing to a joke in
there's
the
like
movie.
little glimpses of a charming picture here, but just
It comes
like,
very close to comedy at certain points, but never
Yeah.
quite gets there.
Never
you
quite
know.
scared. Never quite scared.
But
You know, is there a
unlike
bu-
this
you want to
next
talk more
movie.
about- Yeah, exactly. 'Cause it's time to segue. This was so we're going to segue over to the other movie, which I'm going to let Ryan introduce. But it was for me like I was kind of like, guys, are you serious? Because, like I said, it's number 5 or number 6 of a series of movies. I've never seen any of them, and this was my introduction. So
and
like,
now
I
you're
mean,
so
Ryan,
curious to
Wow,
go back
yeah.
and watch them all. Huh?
I
Ryan, if you can even remember
guess.
what this movie.
I mean, it is, I think, the sixth installment in the long-lasting Charles franchise. But like,
It's still going.
Yeah,
Like-
I mean, they had a TV show that I think was just recently canceled, though, unfortunately, which was quite good.
Which I did see stars the star of this movie. Fiona Dourif comes in
Brad
this
Dourif's
movie.
daughter.
Yes. Okay, so wait, tell them the name of the movie and then we'll get into it.
The Curse of Chucky.
Curse of Chucky,
2014?
2013. I love how whenever when you mention Ryan always goes for the year and you're always 1 year off.
Yeah.
It's like if you go, it's like I gotta do a supercut of Ryan getting it by almost right every
Yeah.
single day.
1970.
It premiered direct to video and video on demand in 2013. So yeah, it's the 6th one. Like I said, I've never seen any of them. When was the first movie? I'm gonna look this up. But it's
Nobody
like
guess
say-
and see how off I am by here.
Whatever
like-
Ryan says.
Yeah,
it's
buddy,
the
go
other
on.
year.
I want to say
What year was the first one?
I want to say 1987.
You were 1 year off. It's 88.
88. I almost said 88. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's got
Rad.
yes. So there's So there's Child's Play 88, Child's Play 2 in 93 and 91. Then there's a break. We get Bride of Chucky. Is that the one that's got
Well, there's a
Jennifer
Child's
Tilly?
Play. Did you say Child's Play 3? There's a third
3?
one. Yeah,
There
3's in the
is.
military academy.
There's got, I
Yeah.
guess, 4 is I think the one with Jennifer Tilly. Then there's Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, the one that we watched, Cult of Chucky, the follow-up, and then there's the reboot,
reboot
in
with Aubrey Plaza,
2019.
Which I
And
couldn't
then
get
there's
into.
the TV show,
Right. Which I
which
like.
I think
Right.
continued the original movie.
And Don Mancini's done all of them, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
John
He
Mancini
fucking
has,
loves this character.
He has written every single one except for the reboot, and he directed the one 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah.
So the guy like this guy, Don Mancini, he is balls deep in this idea. Now, so guys, have you seen any of the other Chuckies?
I was gonna say, like, so when the first one came out, I was, what'd you say? I was 88, so I was maybe around like 5 years old. And this is like my older brother was like really into horror movies, and this is such a movie he would have forced me to watch. So like this movie scared the ever living shit out of me as a kid, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember like getting older and I really enjoyed the sequel, the second one. That it's such a better film, but this is some from that era of, Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. Like this was the third, like to introduce a new character, and the fact that it's a fucking doll, but you have the whole cult aspect. Plus, it doesn't hurt that Brad Dourif is so fantastic as this character. Like even in this movie, to a lesser extent, I do like that they have some weird fucking flashbacks that. Is
Well,
this
that's
a
what I was gonna
prequel to
say.
that? The timeline. Well, you'll have to learn.
It's
us up
not
on the
not a
timeline.
prequel. So it's a straight up sequel. But what it does is like so.
Right,
While
right.
I may have never seen Child's Play, and we were getting into this on the old right this minute chat thread, including
Oh.
fan of the show Adam, who knows a lot about movies, and it was like that. The people were saying is that this one, Curse of Chucky, is trying to be like the first one, which is Child's Play, and that what we do get in this movie is the flashbacks that I'm assuming
Right.
are from the first movie, which shows
It's
me.
yeah, it's reshot. Well, some of it's
It's
reshot, but yeah, it takes place right because he's a serial killer who's then caught, but then imparts his soul into a doll because he's dying, and then
What is so? Where did he learn the voodoo to do that? Because honestly,
they
what would
kind
have
of
been
touch
more
on it.
believable if
It's
he was getting an MRI, then struck by
hang
lightning
on.
while holding,
Hang on.
There we
It's
go.
basically like, yeah, they allude to him doing like voodoo and weird shit with the knife is a part of it that he has. Listen, I don't have time to get into the fucking Chucky lore. I thought Will
Yeah, we
was going to
do.
be that guy, but seeing
Well,
this
yeah.
that because I hadn't seen the first Child's Play in a very long time, so seeing that scene in this movie, I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. But seeing old Brad Dourif wearing some crazy wig, I was like, ooh, I don't need
Yeah,
this.
That was kind of
yeah.
rough.
It was. They
Yeah.
said yes, a wig, massive amounts of makeup to look like he did in the original
And then they
movie, and
did
then
the
just this
blow.
lighting is a huge
Yeah.
factor.
Oh yeah, they did like the blowout again because 2014, the blowout, like it's all so whitewashed and
Yeah.
oof. But I don't
It's
understand the chemistry because he's friends with the woman who's pregnant, but who's
I
pregnant
didn't understand that.
because they're
He was
sisters.
just obsessed, and then
Yeah.
stabbed.
Yeah, trying to
Yeah.
figure out the history of all this was like doing my head in. So let's just talk about the movie itself, right?
Well, yeah.
The movie
I
opens
had
with Fiona Dourif in a wheelchair, and her mom is painting, and a doll is she receives a package, and you can tell her mom's a little bit overbearing. Sorry, I'm just trying to walk myself through this god awful movie.
Mum seems a bit like she's seen some
Overprotective.
shit. Turns
Yeah,
out
yeah,
she has
she
seen some
has, yeah.
shit. Um, yeah, it's the a house in Rhode Island. Doesn't seem too dissimilar from the house from The Conjuring, to be quite honest. It was
It's a
very,
very gothic home.
very evocative of The Conjuring sort of like
Yeah.
setup. Yes, is that Nika, played by Fiona Dourif, is there in her wheelchair with the mum, and just I guess is this how every Chucky starts? But like a doll turns up. It's sent to them, and immediately the dolls being a little bit weird. Now, in this movie, like as you guys like know, since we started this podcast, I've gone from not liking scary movies, like deliberately avoiding them, to slowly learning they're actually quite fun. The one I talk about to everybody is Barbarian, being the one I think is the most sort of like fun I've had
Mhm.
watching a movie that's fucked up. But this movie, like, I rolled my eyes
It's so bad.
4 or 5 times of just oh, come on. It's not that kind of fun frustration when you're like, he's behind you. You feel like a child watching pantomime. In this case, it's like, I mean, I'm jumping right into the movie, but the most egregious moment for me is dickhead husband of asshole sister who's also fucking the nanny, but he's hid a nanny cam inside Chucky. Right. So then in his way to find out evidence that nothing's happening, he fast forwards through 3 hours of his doll that he hid the thing in moving around. At no point he goes, wait a minute, this doll can move.
it takes him so long to figure that out.
He might be like not only that though, he then goes to live feed. And he's like, he sees the live feed of the back of
He's
his head.
still not getting it.
And he's
Yeah.
staring at the screen going, guys, I don't know. Like, and there's a knife, and it's like she's screaming. And this is where I was like, just.
Yeah, there's a lot of Dourif crawling around on the floor to try and get away. I mean, I did appreciate the red herring of you think the sister's husband is hooking up with the au pair, but it turns out it's women can cheat too.
That was my favorite part of the movie, and not because the two girls were hooking up, because I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, I didn't either.
That I was
'Cause
like, oh shit, that's actually quite fun and interesting. Like, because everything up to that point is just being kind of just
Yeah.
traditional spoon feeding of just.
And the sister is so good at like doing these just wide-eyed
Looks.
stares. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's like talking about, then like Nika, like she brings up, oh, and she goes, oh, I don't think it's gonna last. And so everything is being inferred that her husband is banging the nanny. And then they turn up and they're just being shitty to each other, and then they start making out. And I went, oh, I was like,
Right.
like finally the 6 minutes of two movies that I watched this week where I was like surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the doll is sent to their house, it kills the mother, and then that's why the family shows up with a priest, apparently.
Yes. I wondered if that
Yeah.
priest had been previously in the series. Didn't pick up on that vibe.
Guy
And
did
then-
not look like he should be a priest. Like
No, he
No,
did.
with the friggin' like
Yeah.
the soul patch.
goatee,
Yeah.
the soul
He
patch
definitely
goatee.
races cars in Florida,
Oh
Yeah.
and maybe sort of like deals really, really good cocaine. That guy, like he's
Yeah.
quality for some. If you want some Colombian nose candy, that's the guy. Though it's
I knew he looked familiar.
My guys, I get it all the time.
but I will say, like, there were like so very quickly. So the entire movie was shot in 30 days. It's shot in entirety, basically inside this house. Though I will I was a little interested. I'm like, okay, I've heard about Chucky, and I did like when it's getting started. That all right, he starts moving, and I did like, okay, the first part they all make chili. And you get the little
The rat
Chucky
poison.
with the rat poison, and you get like, I'm like, okay,
That's
okay.
they do that in every one of these movies.
Okay, well that's annoying because the one thing I did like is and they dragged it out, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, but everyone gets served.
He doesn't talk for like 40 minutes into this film. Like
No, he
have a
doesn't.
line up.
Right.
Everyone gets like served chili, and then they close ups of people
Vegan
eating.
or vegetarian chili.
Yeah, and it's like it's a nice shot when they pull the camera up and they show everyone. It's just like Russian roulette of who's got
The
it. And then you
shot
get the
of it
little
zooming
girl.
into the one bowl of chili with the
Yeah.
rat poison like went
Yeah.
on for a really long time.
It did. They just they were milking some shots. It was the bit where the young girl, she's like eating and she starts making a face, and I was like, "Oh, Ryan's excited. We're gonna kill the child." And he's like, "Oh, Ryan was so disappointed." But then it's the way that they then kill the priest is quite funny, which is a weird sentence to say,
The most
but I'm saying it.
inept, yeah, because the daughter starts to get sick because you don't know who has the chili, and the mom's like, "Eat the fucking chili." Then the priest starts sweating profusely. You can only assume like, oh, maybe it's a hot chili. She put too much spice in it. But no, he just he's like, all right, well, I gotta get the hell out. You just know he's like, I gotta go take a shit, but I can't do it in this house. He fucking leaves. And then you see the sirens roll up, and the one cop is like, "Hey, I know that car. It's the guy's in my parish, or that's my priest." And he rolls up, and the hood of the car is like through the neck of
Jammed
this
right
guy,
under his neck.
still
Yeah.
alive. And he's like, "You got to get this." I thought the hood was going to like pop, and his head was going
Yeah.
to fly off, and it kind of did. I was
But
waiting for,
yeah.
"Oh my God, are you all right?"
Yeah.
I do like his guys. We've got to do something, and then honestly, the other people are right. Is like, well, maybe we should wait until a medical professional turns up. It's kind of in the way that, like, if you
So
see
bad.
someone that's been stabbed with a knife, number one rule is don't pull the fucking knife out because
Right.
it's holding shit in. It's like
Yeah.
stopping.
You got to
it's
use
like,
another knife from the other side. To
yeah,
push it
it's
out.
exactly what you
Right,
do. Yeah,
yes.
and you got a hammer and you just go boom. But it's like, yeah, no, they do. They yank it away, and his head just like pops off.
Rolls back.
I did.
I
enjoy it.
laughed, yeah.
I did too.
Yeah.
I
I
laughed.
think I said this, like, I can appreciate, like, the really, like, again, for the whatever shoestring budget this had, like, really good practical work and good.
$5 million. That's
Yeah,
not
some
quite
good gore.
shoestring.
Well, it's not,
It's,
it's
you know-
not putting up safe men numbers, sorry.
Yeah. I was actually kind of like I was hoping for more creative like it's been a while since I've seen a Chucky movie. And I've only seen the first 3 up till now, and I don't think I've seen any of them.
I've heard the
for,
Jennifer
like,
Tilly one's quite
15
funny.
years.
They're
I've
sil-
heard
they're a
that
lot
too.
sillier,
And I love
yeah.
Jennifer Tilly, but I won't.
doesn't?
I'm not going to bother. But like I was kind of so I kind of forgotten like what is like Chucky's shtick? Is he a quippy doll? Is he funny? I'd sort of forgotten.
His
And
goal
he
ultimately
goes-
is to put his soul into another living person. That's
Really?
right.
Well,
That's
that was not in this movie.
I mean, it kind of was.
kind of towards
Was
the
he
end.
trying to do it
but
to the
then-
child, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then like the after credit sequence kind of shows like he didn't do that. It was very. Did any of you guys stick around for
I
the?
did, yeah.
Okay,
But
There was
the
an
implication
after
is like in the
credits
original
sequence.
in the original film, he's on like a timeline. Like he has to get his soul out of this doll into someone else, or his soul stays in that doll.
it's like
But
permanent. Yeah,
all of that kind of goes away in the rest of these movies. It doesn't really matter. Like,
right.
why is
Because
there a new
he,
timeline in this one? Unless he's putting a new. Doesn't make sense.
Oh, wait,
yeah,
was
because
that after credits? I did see that. The bit where
there
he,
is, yeah, there is an after credit with
Jennifer Tilly mails the doll.
yeah.
yeah, but then after that, after like the final, like after all the credits, is where the kid from the first movie, who's now an adult, is.
Oh, I did not see that. I did
Oh,
no.
okay,
It's okay, so it says 6 months later.
Andy.
yeah,
No one says
that's
Andy better than fucking Brad Dourif. I'll tell you that.
no. So that's the thing is so for the post credit, like the very end, Andy it's I think it's the same actor, like but now
Maybe.
grown up, and he's gets a package, and we as the audience we know it's Chucky in there, finally showing up to kill Andy. Andy sets it down, gets a call from his mom, and he's like chatting with her, and you see Chucky come out of the box, and he's got his knife, he's getting ready, but then he turns around and Andy's got a shotgun on him because he's just like, I've been in 4 of these movies, I know what the score is.
God.
It just blows Chucky away, and that's like
Ugh.
that's where it ends. So that's the final sequence. Somehow they got 2 more movies and a TV show.
I
after that,
vaguely
so-
remember in the sequel to the original because they
Whoa!
they melt the doll down, but put the chip
Yeah.
into a new doll.
That's what I remember. Yeah,
Dude, sorry.
which was a cool sequence.
I
With the
just had a
opening,
great
yeah.
experience, which was I found the scene, the Curse of Chucky final scene, and
Mm.
in as I'm skipping, as Will is telling the story of the scene, I'm skipping through it. So I didn't realize. So I never saw the original. So this was the comeback, Alex Vincent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. I wish I'd seen that because that was the best part of the fucking movie. Because
Oh,
like,
that is
you
by
should,
far
like-
the
one,
best
you
part of
told
the
it
film.
perfectly. I should honestly, I'm gonna create a video of that moment and I'm gonna line that video up because you crushed it. And I was like, oh man,
It was
Because,
the only part of the movie I liked, and I was like, if
How did
this
you know
was the
that was
movie-
there? Did you, like Ryan didn't
how-
even stick around
Yeah.
for the
Oh,
middle
'cause
credit
I-
scene of
'cause I started-
fucking
I started-
sinners.
I started looking up
Who?
the because I was so bored during this movie. Like I started looking up the franchise, and I was like, whatever happened to like? Did they bring that kid back? And that's how I stumbled on like
Ah.
in the post credit sequence. I'm like, oh,
When I looked up the IMDb, I'm like, oh, cool. Jennifer Tilly's in this one as well, but she's only in
Yeah.
it for that.
One
barely.
minute.
yeah,
But
not enough Tilly.
but again, I don't know where this one fits in that whole bride seed fucking timeline.
It's,
I don't either.
I'm pretty sure it's the sixth one. Like we
No,
covered
but
that.
I think it goes bride.
She's a
Because-
fucking
no,
doll
'cause there's-
too, though.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's a part of the movie where, because in at least
He's all
4
scarred
or
up.
5, he gets chewed up and they destroy him completely. And
But that
so-
happens in all of them.
Right.
Yeah, and I was kind of confused because like, okay, so I haven't seen Bride of Chuck, which I think is the one after 3.
Yes.
But he is at the end of 3, he is completely eviscerated. Like he is just disintegrated, and I guess there was enough of him that they stitch him back together. But it's like really like they've glued and stitched pieces on.
Yeah.
This looks like
Yeah.
they just drew a couple stitches on him, and they're like, good enough. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what? It's a doll. How do you can you
did-
not afford to split it up?
I will say, Ollie, I definitely recommend the first 2 films because they are like a
For
fun,
sure.
schlocky, like 80s and early 90s. The second one especially is, again, like I'd probably seen the second one way more just because I was a bit older.
I remember
but
seeing
they're
the
fun.
trailer for the first one when I was a kid on a VHS and being scared of it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so I remember like, all right, like that's scary because dolls are fun. And
Yeah.
it's like knife and everything, and like that's what I hear. Like, there's a lot of references to the first
And-
movie in this one. The knife's the same one.
Yeah.
all this
And
kind of stuff.
I recommend the third one. The third one's the one I've seen the most because that was on like Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, that was on
all
a
the time.
lot. I've probably
So-
only seen it edited because it was on.
Yeah, I don't think I've actually seen the unedited version, but,
But,
I just remember the kid who jumps on the grenade to
Right,
save his
yeah,
friends.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that was pretty gnarly. Yeah. Third one, you'll love this. It's
But when
literally
he
a-
does it, Major Pain. Ooh.
exactly. See,
But like to
you
your
got to
point,
have
like,
a kid Chucky in there. Yeah.
I remember getting excited to see like Megan Mithrigan and like
Yeah.
there was like, oh, they're doing like a modern take on a Child's Play type of film. And then you get it, you're like, oh, it's a fucking PG-13 watered down shitty like version of that. And then even seeing the unrated one, I'm like, this sucks. And then going to see like Megan 2.0, I'm like,
2.0.
what the fuck are they doing? It's just like, who is this for? Like, get back to your roots. Just start kill more kids. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I heard a lot about that about Megan. It's just like, yeah, it's just,
It's fun. I will say
No,
it's
it's not what I
fun
mean.
movie.
It's if you're gonna do it R-rated and make it funny.
That's
Don't
the thing,
PG-13 water it down and make it for like, oh, kids are. No,
They
it's
have-
not. That's not the kids. We're not
they-
here for the kids.
Both of them
Right.
have unrated cuts, but
Yeah, I
they
know, but
don't
that's
make
bullshit.
the movie any better. Like you
Right.
can tell it was shot for a PG-13 rating. There's
That's such-
like barely any
Yeah.
blood in the second one.
That's such a like a outdated way of like Hollywood thinking too, of like, well, if we make it PG-13, we'll make even more money, when it's like we live in an age where like R-rated movies are making like $1 billion. It's like,
Yeah.
guys, that this strategy does
How
not
much
work.
did
It's
Terrifier 3 make, Ollie?
negative
Yeah.
$16 trillion.
No one cares.
No,
No
no.
one cares. I'm looking it up now.
Did more than Joker 2.
No, well, everything did more than Joker 2.
Safe Men did more than
It made
Joker
like
too.
$100 million.
What?
God. But yeah, but I mean, there you go. Like,
Which
there's
one are you
just-
talking about?
Terrifier 3.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. It
It
made
made some
90.3 million on a $2 million budget. That's an
Which-
incredible
it's-
return.
It's insane, yeah. Like,
But if
for an
you
R-rated movie
count,
with zero marketing, like
and if you count all the Japanese T-shirts that I bought for Ryan, that number goes up even higher.
couldn't get the fucking barf bag though.
I like it's what's weird to me about like Chucky is like it made 3.8 million in DVD sales. Oh, never mind. I answered my own question.
It was
Good
2014.
Yeah. No. You're doing it deliberately now.
Wait, was it 2013? Was I wrong?
Yes, motherfucker.
I legitimately wasn't.
Oh, Jesus Christ, it's incredible. It's just why. I mean, I guess I don't know.
This guy just really likes that character and had an idea for that. And
I guess
mean,
my question is, guys, why the fuck did you choose this one and not the first one? Is this
It's
the only
Rhode
one?
Island's fault.
I don't think the first one's set in Rhode Island.
Son of a Rhode Island. Guys, come on. I'm with Will now. Rhode Island, get your shit together. It's not just the Farrelly brothers, guys. There's got to be something else out there that we can do. Cause,
This was a tough week. Even watching this, I'm like, oh wait, they don't leave the fucking house. Like, is this even set in Rhode Island? Like,
You know, like-
see license plates, right?
You do.
Yeah.
I mean, like another thing is like like I said, with scary movies and things that like, oh no, something's gonna happen. It's like, oh, I'm watching something gory through my hands or something. I watched all of the murders in this movie like this.
Tight.
Yeah.
Just like, he stabs a girl in the eye. I mean, I will admit there was
But
some.
then the eye rolls down the thing, and then he.
That's
steps on it,
funny.
like, yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's a good gag.
The bit
Yeah.
that like the axe to the jaw of the guy was actually quite impressive.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Yeah,
impressive.
they linger
effects.
on that shot too. Like
They bloody
that's what I'm
well
saying.
do.
Like that's the difference between practical stuff. It makes the difference.
That's exactly. We were talking
Yeah.
about this just last week. Is like when it comes to practical and like when it comes to anything like that, like we said, look at the thing, look at the fly, look at these things that like even 40 years later look
Terrifier 2.
terrifying, and or Terrifier 1. If you're not being sawed, taint first. What's the point? But yes, no, you're not wrong because Terrifier.
But even Blue Bayou,
I was like
that
Yeah.
that practical use in that is like, I love a good fucking exploding dummy head.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think you mean Blue Ruin.
Blue Ruin, yeah. What did I say?
Yeah, because
Blue
Blue Bayou is the just really depressing movie about
Yeah.
immigration.
Alright.
No
No one's head explodes in that.
No, I don't think so. They could have helped.
Director's cut.
But yeah, I mean, but I even looked at that and I was just like,
Yeah.
I had lost all joy at that point. It was like, I will say Fiona Dourif does a good job in this.
She's
movie.
good. And you know what? If these movies, if they keep Brad Dourif employed and keep making him money, that's probably worth it enough for me because he is a treasure.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
Brad Dourif from Exorcist 3?
Hell yes.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
you know, he I
From
think
the
he's on the pit
X-Files.
from the X-Files, and I think he's on the pit now too.
He is. Actually plays.
She.
Well, they're both in
Oh, they're
it.
both there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So keep the whole Dourif family employed, Hollywood. As long as you
Yeah,
keep
they're
doing
great.
that, then I'm okay with whatever crap you're putting out.
But
Like
this was not a fun
this
watch.
wasn't great. No. I definitely recommend, like you said, the first two. I'm nostalgic for part three.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't think you need to. Maybe the TV show's good. I'm not gonna find
I
out.
like the idea of the TV show. Because I think back then or I don't even know if it's on what it was streaming on at the time, but I like the idea that the kid and Chucky like actually kind of bond and they work together because the kid is bullied and he's like, "Fuck, I'm gonna use this doll to like take care of these people." I'm sure there's more to it than that, but maybe I only watched the pilot. I'm like, "Fuck yeah, this is cool."
hmm
But even the design of the doll, like in this one, just felt off to me. I don't know.
It
Just out of interest,
yeah.
Ryan, just the Chucky TV series.
Mhm.
What year did season one come out?
2018.
Thank God. All right, fair. Okay, 21,
Ooh,
2021.
Oh,
I swear to
wow.
God, if you'd got like another
wow.
one, I would have actually just changed the podcast
I don't know.
to Ryan naming years.
I don't know years of TV shows. They go on for
Yeah,
so long.
we've established. Yeah,
It
like
was the 90s.
yeah, well, I know what you mean. So the Chucky doll did change a little bit, and it was like Mancini was
That
saying,
was a
like that
choice,
was
right?
one thing I did see that yeah, he was trying to make them look a little bit more realistic, and kind of like you said, apparently this one of all the Chucky movies is the longest amount of time before Brad Dourif actually starts
Yeah.
talking. So I was confused because the doll's like, I want to play, and all this, and I go, wow, Brad Dourif
Yeah,
does a
for your
really like,
for
Yeah.
this to be your first Chucky movie, not great.
yeah,
That's a rough
yeah,
way to start.
understatement, guys,
Yeah.
real understatement.
I
But
did.
I don't want that to sour your enjoyment of the first the
I'll give
core
him a go.
trilogy. Yeah.
I will give
Yeah.
them a go. I will. Like I said, I'm up for it. Like I did, like because when he finally starts talking, he goes, "Yeah, fucking bet you will." I was like, "Oh shit! Oh okay." And I like how the daughter is just not even remotely scared of him. Like the
Just-
little girl.
Yeah.
There's
Couldn't
something
give a
weird
shit.
with that kid.
Because you
Yeah.
get the au pair. This was wild to me. You have the wife and her husband in one room. She's got the laptop up. You have the au pair and the daughter sleeping in a separate room,
Yeah.
but the
And then
au
the
pair's in
owner
her,
Crazy.
starts sex calling
in her lingerie.
mother.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
what? But she's
That
in her like lingerie or bra
that's where
panties?
that's where
What?
my eyes rolled so hard they fell out
What?
of my head. Like that was like, okay, we're because there's no reason why these two can't go into another room
Right.
and do. And so I'm just like, from the moment that started, I'm like, this is just so we can do
Yeah.
the gag of there's something behind you, and I'm just like, oh
Look,
god.
He
and
just
I'm
no. He
watching
just
it.
electrocutes her, and then
Right,
Yeah.
right. And what did we get when we were in Ghost in the Machine? We got cute teenage girl electrocuted, right? And we've got cute girl electrocuted. One of them was awesome and had like a washing machine that goes die.
yeah,
Yeah,
And the other
sure.
one was this one.
yeah.
And it was
There's
just like,
no, there's no tension at all in any of
yeah,
these
and it's
films.
just
No.
all fun. That's what I mean is like coming
Yeah.
off like watching this after watching Ghost in the Machine. We enjoyed the fuck out
Yeah,
of Ghost in the
yeah.
Yeah, no one got
You're
microwaved.
waiting. You're waiting for the kill. You're rubbing
Yeah.
your hands together. It's fun. It's weird. It's creative. It's funny.
Mhm.
It's ridiculous. And this
Yeah.
one was just like, oh,
Yeah.
I guess this is what's going to happen. Oh, it did. Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Like I said, the only surprise was the two girls kissing.
And the only tension in this
Yeah.
movie is the fact that she is in a wheelchair and has to like navigate this
Yeah.
home. Like when she's
But
to
then she's
crawl
got
up the
wheelchairs
yeah.
everywhere. There's one in the
I did
attic,
like the
there's one on
backup
the
wheelchair.
second floor. There's
I
one
did
here.
like
Yeah.
that.
There's just wheelchairs everywhere. I'm like, all right. It's also the worst house to be. Like, at least it had an elevator, I guess. And
the
they used-
the most dangerous old timey
Right.
yeah.
metal
She takes an
elevator.
axe to the knee. She's like, her fingers get slashed up. She gets absolutely wrecked. And that's also like, that also was kind of annoying to me is that the way the movie ends, it ends so quickly. The useless cop who's barely in the movie turns up and just goes, you did it. You covered in blood. And she gets done. Like, guys, explain how any of this happened.
Yeah.
How did she get up to the attic and stab her sister? Like, there's footage on that laptop right there. Look
Yeah.
at that. Look, no.
Right.
Criminally insane. You're done. Credits. Don't worry, guys. We'll make 3
But
more.
the whole time, like, where was the little girl in all of this?
No idea.
She just drops out of the movie.
That's from like, did I miss something? Was she
Nope.
playing hide? Like, was there a throwaway like a hide and seek bit that I missed?
Didn't they like show something? But like,
Chucky locked her in like that closet,
Okay.
but then she's gone for nearly the entire rest of
yeah,
the movie.
They
Nobody goes back and
search-
checks on
They
her.
searched the whole house.
Yeah,
You know, for
and-
us. So I'm like, there's not that much places to. Yeah, it
And
was
then
like,
they
I don't
do
know,
the
a
thing where
pocket
she's
dimension.
now living with her other grandmother, because
I guess.
technically her grandmother was killed in the beginning of this movie.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I guess it's the paternal grandmother,
Right.
but they where they I guess Choky.
Choky.
Oh my
Choky.
god,
Hell yeah.
Choky.
Hey, Choky.
Jokey.
The Choky boys. Yeah.
I'm already liking this more than this movie. Yeah, the grandmother has like a plastic bag over her head, and
right.
Chucky fails to kill her because she like pops her head up and she's like, I'm fine, and then credits, and you're like,
Oh, God.
what is that? Like that was my thing. Is the whole end.
The jump scare at the end was like, well, what?
Everything with the daughter that felt like reshoots, because the ending that makes the most sense to me is it goes from Jennifer Tilly being like, okay, who's next, and then getting mailed to Andy.
That whole bit of her
That
interacting
makes
with
more
the,
sense.
with the person at the post office, like like all of the one-liners you could possibly throw. I mean, they had Jennifer Tilly for one afternoon. They're like, let's just fucking get through this. But
She was
And
awesome.
it was chest-tacular, let me tell you, Jennifer
Yeah.
Tilly. Man.
Well, she's a treasure.
they gotta get her. I could see her popping up on the White Lotus to replace Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh my god, I will actually watch the White Lotus. Not that that's a bad show. It just takes a lot to. If you need me to watch your TV show, you basically have to make a Japanese superhero show for me to watch it these days. Otherwise, I'm not checking it out.
So I'm gonna read what might be the worst review I've ever read in my life.
Oh, are we starting to do reviews now? Hell
Oh,
yeah.
are you
no,
are you
but
reading? You're reading from Scarous's review. All right, bring it on.
No, this is it was a review from Bloody Disgusting about Curse of Chucky. All right, after everything that we've said, peeps, and like, you know, this is
Oh
like
no, they loved it, didn't they?
Curse of Chucky may just be the best home video sequel since Wrong Turn 2. It's alarmingly good, which
wrong,
puts
too turn.
pressure on Universal to answer as to why they didn't let Mancini shoot this for theaters. He continues to say, Chucky fans should rejoice. Curse of Chucky is clearly going to reignite the franchise for years to come.
I mean,
I-
it's not
No.
I have no frame of reference for Wrong Turn 2. I can't tell if that's an insult or if that's like high praise. I barely know what Wrong Turn is.
I was more of a Jeepers Creepers guy.
Another
You're
review.
just a fan of the director, right? Like just,
Another review. The movie does so much right that it's easy to overlook the very few flaws it has. The pacing and writing coincide to create a fun, blood-soaked jaunt that never gets boring or dull. Guys.
Wait, hold on. What was the gap between this movie and the previous one?
Okay, hang on. I've got that. I was just looking that up and looking.
Ryan guessed the year of the previous movie.
Yeah, actually,
I
yeah.
mean,
Go
I don't.
on.
What was the previous movie? Was
Bride
that,
of Chucky.
Bride of Chucky? So that was
No,
2000.
no, sorry. Seed of Chucky
See that one? I
was the
haven't.
one before.
I don't even. 2009.
Close. 2004. So 2004. It's 9-year gap between
Wow.
Seed of Chucky and Curse of Chucky, and then 2013 to 2017 for Cult of Chucky. It's 88, 90, 91 for the first 3. 7-year jump to Bride of Chucky,
Oh wow, yeah.
and then 8-year jump to Seed, and wow, yeah, they started spacing that shit out.
Yeah, I guess. I guess people were just thirsty for more Chucky. I remember the remake coming out with, was Aubrey Plaza, right? Like that had some like
Yeah.
clever. Yeah, that had some like clever.
Yeah, Mark Hamill's the voice in that one.
Yeah,
Aubrey
yes.
Plaza, Mark
I think
Hamill,
that
Brian
is-
Tyree Henry.
That's, I think, is a straight up remake of
Yeah,
the
it's a
original.
remake.
Okay, yeah. But I didn't
Oh,
like the
wow.
design of the doll. Like it just.
I'm suddenly interested when it's like Aubrey Plaza, Brian Tyree Henry, and Mark Hamill.
I know there's a scene in a toy store. Like it's
Well,
got some clever kills in it.
I'd assume.
No, but I mean
released-
like a horrifying, like everyone, like there's drones and shit going around. People.
Oh
are
no
just
shit!
fucking
It's a
kill.
$10 million movie that made 45 mil. So maybe we give that one a go. I don't know where it's set, but It was
No.
released alongside Toy Story 4. Hilarious. Yeah, so look, when it comes down to it, last time that we did Rhode Island, I think we ended up with me, myself, and Irene. Then we had our challenge episode where we ended up with The Conjuring, which was a movie that I hated and absolutely enjoyed as well, because like it scared the shit out of me, but that's well done you. Quite
And there's a
enjoyed it.
new one coming out, so
But the
the
interesting
final
is,
Conjuring, I think.
right, yeah, it is. It's coming out very soon. And like, I'm sorry, remind me of our guest on that episode.
Matt McCarthy.
Oh, Matt McCarthy.
Yes, Matt was like, he really did bring up the whole like the Conjuring and Rhode Island and the old and the history of it all, and with all that kind of the weirdness of that sort of part of the country and the age and all this sort of stuff. Sure, and I gave it to him. Now, Curse of Chucky. It's doing the same thing, just worse. So like Conjuring has already beaten Curse of Chucky for me. As far as like
Yeah,
Conjuring-
well, for sure.
they're
There's
two
no,
movies set in a house, but Conjuring is at least
but you have the history built into
yes, for it
that
being a
film.
true story.
Right.
Yeah, like Conjuring is based on two real life liars.
Like,
who
this is
lie
set-
about
this-
literally everything they
yeah.
ever did.
This movie's set in Rhode Island for no apparent reason. It's just
Yeah, it just is.
Or if there is, I was staring at my phone for most of it.
Yeah.
Whereas Safe Men is actually like they do mention Providence and Rhode Island, and it's kind of like there is a bit of like shooting around the city, and there is a little bit about like getting onto the water, and there is a little bit about the idea. I almost guess it's the proximity. Rhode Island. How far is Rhode Island from New York? It's not that far, right? I mean, I guess
1980. What are you? I don't do miles.
But it's like what at least it does get into is that kind of like the demographic of Rhode Island, of Providence, of this kind of like bleed-in of like, because when we were looking at movies to select for Rhode Island last week, we were like, there's a lot of crime movies, a lot of like a lot of mafia, a lot of these sort of like crime adjacent mafia movies. So like, Safe Men's got the legs.
Yeah, but
This felt more like upstate New York to me, especially with the whole.
the Rangers connection, yeah. And I don't know. I don't want to give it to Safe Men.
No,
I don't want to give it anything. But at the same time, I'm not the biggest fan of The Conjuring either. God, this is really hard.
Yeah,
Right.
I knew it really is.
it's real
like-
Chucky's choice.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm looking up, like, John Hamburg, and I was like, all right, maybe this he's Rhode Island born. No, he's from Manhattan. He's Manhattan.
I'm not
he
sure
went
why
to
this. Again, I'm not sure why this movie in particular was set in Rhode Island. But now picture the two movies overlapping.
Which
They have
two?
to steal
Which two?
Safe Men and Curse of Chucky, where they have to break in and steal Chucky to.
Oh man, then
I
they
was
might
just
get
trying
murdered.
to make. I was trying to make a better movie. out
No,
of these
that
two
is
bad movies.
instantly more interesting.
Yeah.
Watching Chucky kill everybody in that movie.
A heist
Yeah.
movie where the thing they're heisting is a Charles Lee Ray doll.
Okay,
this
now
movie?
we've got a film. Yeah,
Charles Lee?
Charles Lee Ray. Yeah, you're thinking of James Earl Ray, the guy who
Oh, no,
shot
no,
Martin
no,
Luther
no.
King.
I wasn't, but now I am.
But
Yeah,
I honestly, what I think with Matt and his history and his argument for The Conjuring, these two they didn't even turn up to the fight.
No.
They phoned it in. They did it over Zoom. They they wrote a very strongly worded letter that got really wet and got lost. They honestly they pretty much sucked.
yeah.
But-
I mean, basically the Warrens, like I said, lied about everything they ever did, but at least they were real people who really were in Rhode Island, and I think that's enough to give it the edge.
Yeah, plus you have like Matt said, you have the history of like these, rumored haunted houses and things of that nature. There's a lot of like history.
Yep.
I mean, I say
Right.
we just do the Witches of Eastwick again, but that's just me.
Well,
Down.
we can get close because I'm looking at other movies shot.
Witches of Breastwick, yeah, of course.
Yeah, no, right. Well, Hocus Pocus 2 shot all around Rhode Island. Something About Mary, Providence. Now we talked about Farrelly Brothers, but I'd be okay with that.
Just starts there, but then it goes to
Yeah, I don't.
Florida, right?
There's a Federal Hill.
That's the one we should. Yeah,
Which is The Age of Innocence, Oscar-winning drama filmed in Portsmouth. Amistad is actually one that you brought up, Ryan. That like I've never seen Spielberg.
I'm constantly bringing up Amistad.
Yeah,
You said it was the feel-good movie of the year.
I mean,
I did say that. I did though.
Even like technically the original Great Gatsby with Robert Redford and stuff that was shot in Newport. There's Hachi, A Dog's Tale, the Richard Gere one that was shot in all over Rhode Island as well. So there's like, I think, is it
we
our
fucked up.
fault
We
or
fucked
Rhode
up.
Island's fault? That's my question.
mean,
I blame Rhode Island.
We probably could have done a little more research, but that's not what we're doing here.
That's not why we're here.
Our listeners don't want us fucking. We're not fucking nerds.
I think we've got to find a great Rhode Island movie. We really do.
I did look into Federal Hill, thinking I'm like, maybe I'll just watch this to
Feel something.
Wash the taste out of my mouth. I was like, I'm sure shit wasn't gonna watch Orgasmo. What's it called? Orgasmo Jones.
Yeah, close enough. Yeah, pretty much. Like maybe,
I do love Orgasmo. I do love that movie.
Maybe like Will, you've got to find us some dusty black and white, like old school.
Ooh. Old westerns,
classic Rhode Island. Yeah, I don't know if there's any westerns made in Rhode Island.
Old western starring Tom Mix, where he goes to Rhode Island for 5 minutes. Yeah, something like that.
But it's like, yeah, I will say, okay, that Rhode Island, you're 2 for 2 for sort of like.
Hear me out, Arlington, Rhode Island.
Actually, we're not even 2 for 2, but we're 3 for 3. With it just not quite working.
Oh, because Conjuring was a challenge episode.
It was a challenge episode.
Oh.
We did like me, myself, and Irene was like something. Okay, Moonrise Kingdom, technically.
I did mention that, but
like, okay, American Buffalo, Amistad. Yeah, there's a lot. There's things. Alec Ball, Outside Providence, by the Farrelly brothers. No, Farrelly brothers. God damn it! It's insane.
I hope Chucky stabs me before I have to watch another Farrelly Brothers movie.
Well, we'll see.
It's funny that like when you mention Rhode Island, or when I was mentioning Rhode Island to people, everyone says like Dumb and Dumber is usually the first one that pops up. I'm like, but they, I mean, yeah, they're kind of there for a little bit, but
we
that's an Aspen movie.
Yeah, that's an Aspen. Exactly, I agree with that one. So okay, fine. Still, the champion, inverted commas, of Rhode Island is The Conjuring. Honestly, don't watch either of the movies we talked about this week, but give Child's Play a go. Apparently, it's quite fun. Next week, though, we are heading to the state of Wisconsin, which actually had one of our favorite champions that we had on the show. Another one of those classic movies that are there for the love of movies that wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the people of Wisconsin coming together in these different towns to make the giant spider invasion. Banger!
Yes.
Absolute banger. Troubling amount of incest. We won't get into it.
On the booze again.
or not enough, depending on who you ask.
So on a similar note, there is a movie that I remember hearing about last year that Ryan immediately booked for Wisconsin. He's put it on the list already. It's on Prime. Tell us about what movie you want to choose and what year it came out in.
2024.
You got it, buddy!
Wow, we did
it. I picked 2023's Hundreds of Beavers. Hundreds of Beavers. I don't know anything about this movie.
Beavers.
But I remember seeing because I think I don't know if it's an A24 production, but I remember seeing the trailer prior to something else. I'm like, this looks really, like, the way it's shot looks really interesting. It looks like an old timey 1920s black and white film. So I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, the poster, I mean, it looks like a hand-drawn 80s Animal House style
it does,
thing.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It got into the top 10 for, it was number 7. It's done, like, it's just all people going, I've seen people talking about it online. I've had comments where people go, dude, have you seen Hundred of the Beavers? I'm like, all right, okay. I don't know what this movie is. I'm not going to look up.
That's what I call my weekend.
Yeah, right. I'm not going to look up a damn thing. I'm going in.
Is that a beaver joke?
There we go. Beaver pun.
Oh, shit. But yes, it's on Prime. It's a 1 hour 45-minute movie. I'm going in on pure, Beaver's gonna beeve, as my great friend Gail
Nice
Bass would
beaver.
say.
Yeah.
My favorite joke of the Naked Gun. Can't wait to see the Naked Gun, the new one. But for our next movie, we're taking a slight detour, which we've done before. We're actually going to watch a documentary that's about making a movie. It's very much about like something that we have said we're very passionate about, is like people just making movies for the love of making movies. When we mentioned it, Will got very excited. Will, I'd never heard of this movie. It's from 1999, or as Ryan would say, 98. Will, what is this movie? And give us just like a little teaser about what it's about.
Yeah, it is the documentary American Movie, and let me show you the novelization. It's I this is such a charming documentary. Like we were saying before, it's such a doc about the people who make the kind of movies that we love, like the New York Ninjas and stuff like that. These guys they're so likable, and you're rooting for them. They just clearly don't know how to make a movie, but that almost doesn't matter because honestly, you like them too much. So I'm excited for you guys to watch this. I think my 4K has the movie that they made.
I was going to ask, did they ever
No
actually
way.
make the movie? It's
Well,
called
don't
like-
tell
Yeah.
us. We're going to watch the
Oh, yeah.
documentary.
Yeah.
True.
So watch the documentary, and then I'll see if I'll check my disc.
What
I
if the
think
movie
they
they
have
were,
the movie on?
What if the movie they were going to make was Curse of Chucky?
Oh no. Oh no. But yeah, I'm excited I think you guys will get a big kick out of it. It was a real I've not seen it in a long time, but it is a very, very charming movie.
Well, according to our non-sponsor sponsor, who will one day sponsor us, Just Watch, you can find American Movie. It's available on Amazon for rent. So I reckon maybe you could Google it. I reckon we could have one of those ones. Check out YouTube. You never know. And Hundreds of Beavers is also available on Prime, but you can rent it. You can stream it right now. You don't have to rent that one. So those are the movies we're going to get to next time as we go to Wisconsin. When we do our fourth journey to the tiny state of Rhode Island, we promise we'll try and find movies that don't suck. This was like one of those, like we jumped on that grenade to bring that one back for you guys so you don't have to. But next time we'll head to the state of Wisconsin. Make sure you join us along. Also, don't forget, we always do love recommendations, and I do get them. I get them quite a lot. Now on my Facebook page, you can find me as Ollie Pettigrew, or as that Englishman in Texas on Instagram, TikTok, things like that. You can find Will as entitled Millennial, especially on Instagram and TikTok. I do love, like, I'm always watching him, Will. You're bringing them. He's always talking about stuff. He's got an incredible collection of movies, and he'll bring movies to you that maybe you've never heard about. He does it all the time on this podcast. He can do it for you too. You can find Ryan as Rhino Digital, RYNO Digital. And Avs, like, if you are watching us right now, please subscribe, comment, tell a friend if you like movie podcasts as much as we do. You can find us, rate us as well, which is always helpful. Find us on our Facebook page, The Englishman in Texas. But next time, we'll head to Wisconsin. From me, Ollie, from Ryan, and Will. Thank you for joining us for this episode of the United States of Movie Podcast. Don't watch either movies we talk about.
Nope.